Battery.
Turn around.
Domestic violence.
Put your hands behind your body.
You got handcuffs?
According to our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, Davis was taken into custody after an unexpected hearing and will now complete his 3-month sentence in jail. WJZ is working to confirm the reason behind this sudden change in his sentencing. It was another major setback for Gervonta Davis after he suddenly collapsed in court following a fresh punishment for another violation. A Baltimore court hosted boxing champion Davis and charged him on 2 separate counts. The first was related to his hit-and-run incident from years ago. Surprisingly, the boxer has been careless with his punishment and came dangerously close to being sentenced again.
Mr. Hazard, we finally got you up here.
Yes, Judge. Thank you very much.
No problem.
However, it was his collapse in court that led the judge to reconsider his situation. Along with his previous case, Gervonta Davis is now facing bribery allegations after a leaked recording revealed a conversation between him and referee Steve Willis during his last fight. There were multiple debates surrounding the issue, but evidence suggested that something suspicious occurred between them. However, his lawyer argued that the New York State Athletic Commission had dismissed the case, making it null and void. Despite this, the fallout continues following the Gervonta Davis vs. Lamont Roach fight. Davis put his World Boxing Association lightweight title on the line at the Barclays Center in New York on March 1st in a fight many expected to be a routine defense for Tank. However, the bout took an unexpected turn as Roach found significant success throughout the contest, leading to a controversial moment in the 9th round. Davis voluntarily took a knee and retreated to his corner, and although the referee began counting, he abruptly stopped and chose not to rule it a knockdown. Tank later claimed it was due to grease getting into his eye. The fight ended in a majority decision draw, with the judges scoring it 115-113 for Davis and 114-114 twice, meaning a 10-8 round for Roach in the 9th would have made him the new WBA lightweight champion.
Did that when he took the knee? What you think when he took the knee?
I can't speak.
Can't think on that?
Yes.
He did some bullshit though?
I can't speak.
No personal opinion, nothing?
It's now been revealed what Roach said to the referee during that controversial moment, making it clear what he believed should have happened. Keep counting, Roach insisted. He later explained what was going through his mind at that moment. The referee started counting, but I saw Davis get up and go to a corner. Now I'm confused. I was focused on the referee counting, and when I looked at him in the corner, I was like, what is going on? I wanted this to be a knockdown because it should be. I asked him, why did you stop counting?
Hold on. No, you gotta calm down. Listen to me. Come on. Hey, come on now. We're trying to get not in there no more,
His team lodged an official appeal over the verdict, but the New York State Athletic Commission ruled that the result would remain unchanged. However, Lamont Roach Jr.'s confidence remains high. You'd think that after the commission rejected his appeal to overturn the controversial draw in his March 1st bout against Gervonta Davis, he would quiet down, but that hasn't been the case. He continues to call out Tank every chance he gets. The frustration is understandable, but at this point, both sides want a rematch, so signing the contract and settling it in the ring seems like the logical step. However, it looks like some trash talk needs to be dealt with before that happens.
Davis.
And, Your Honor, Mr. Hassett and I, assuming the court finds probable cause, we have an agreement.
Good morning, Judge.
It's not just about the fight anymore. Just a few days ago, Lamont Roach Jr. got into an online argument with fellow boxer Lorenzo Simpson, who backed Gervonta Davis and claimed Tank would put Roach to sleep in a rematch. Instead of keeping his cool, Roach tried to flex his wealth, throwing down a $250,000 bet and saying, "Yay, $250K, just like I'd bet your role model. If you can show it to me, we good money, little guy." His confidence is undeniable, but now he's taking things even further. Just a few hours ago, he casually threatened Gervonta Davis in an Instagram post, which was later highlighted by Ring magazine.
Not what's your name? Not past. Like, come on, bro. Y'all niggas is crazy. So we elsewhere with that shit.
Roach Jr. hinted at a rematch against Gervonta Davis in an Instagram post today. In the caption, the 25-1 boxer stated, "I showed that I was a pound-for-pound talent against a generational star in the sport. I was born a star, but on March 1st, a star was finally under the microscope of the world. I can't wait to run it back and put on a show again." But why does Lamont Roach Jr. believe he's a pound-for-pound talent? For starters, everyone witnessed that controversial ninth-round moment when Gervonta Davis took a knee. Tank insists it wasn't from a punch but rather a mix of hair grease and sweat that blinded him, forcing him to go down. Some fans accepted that explanation, but many gave Roach credit for the non-knockdown moment.
Off the top, man, I was, a little disappointed. Just for the sake of boxing itself, and obviously my result for the fight.
That one moment enough for Roach to believe he's better than Davis? Probably not. Another reason for his skyrocketing confidence could be Ring magazine's latest pound-for-pound rankings. Devin Haney has taken Davis's spot, and ESPN now has Roach ranked number 6 in the 135 pounds division. That kind of recognition can definitely boost a fighter's ego. Now, as for Gervonta Davis, is he doing anything about all this? Yes and no. After initially stating he wanted the rematch by the end of May, he has gone completely silent. That's unusual for Tank, who is typically quick with the trash talk. But this time, the 30-year-old has been keeping quiet, and when a fighter like him goes silent, it usually means he's cooking up something big.
The key that they pointed out the things that were actually done wrong, and there's still no movement to overturn the fight. Just really saddened me a little bit. But
This rematch happens, and Roach's promoter Gary Jonas insists it will. It might finally deliver the fireworks fans expected the first time around. But the real question is Tank plotting a stronger comeback, or is he looking for the exit door? Gervonta Davis has already hinted that he has only 3 or 4 fights left before he hangs up the gloves for good. And let's be real, if he's closing in on retirement, he's going to chase the biggest payday possible. Now think about it, does a rematch with a relatively unknown name like Lamont Roach Jr. bring in the kind of money he's looking for? Or would he cash in way more by locking in fights with bigger names like Shakur Stevenson?
Of the New York State Athletic Commission, I kind of accepted my fate just a little bit. I had a lot of hope, though. I'm not going to lie.
Funny enough, Tank originally dismissed the New York native, saying he hadn't done enough for the sport of boxing. But in a recent sit-down with NBA analyst Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, he suddenly seemed open to the idea. A match with Ryan Garcia would be a massive moneymaker, but it's not happening anytime soon. Garcia first has to get past Rolly Romero on May 2nd, and if he wins, he's got Devin Haney waiting for him, assuming Haney beats Jose Carlos Ramirez that same night. So, Tank versus Garcia too? It's a possibility, but it's going to take time. Time that Tank may not have to spare, as Roach has been all over his name, even while he was dealing with a court case.
I have to come with it all. I have to do more. Obviously, just to secure the win is
More judge on Wednesday spared World Boxing Association lightweight champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis from jail time after he admitted to violating his probation for a hit-and-run that injured 4 people, including a pregnant woman. Circuit Judge Alia M. Handy instead extended his probation for 18 months and directed him to make a $1,000 donation to the Community Assistance Network. Davis, 30, now residing in Parkland, Florida, admitted to leaving the Sunshine State without approval to travel. His probation agent in Maryland happened to spot him eating dinner on January 22 at Proper Cuisine on East Redwood Street near South Calvert Street in downtown Baltimore, less than half a mile from the Clarence M. Mitchell and Elijah E. Cummings courthouses. Judge Handy noted that Davis's probation agent in Florida had been generous, granting him travel passes to visit the U.S. Virgin Islands twice.
We elsewhere with that shit. And niggas dicking like they start, like, come on. when I start wearing chrome heavy and showing shit off, and
Judge Handy also noted that she had granted Gervonta Davis permission to attend the 2024 Paris Olympic Games to support and advise Team USA Boxing, but denied his request to travel to Japan for his 30th birthday. She questioned what sentencing him to additional jail time would accomplish, stating, "I don't like sending anyone to jail, sir. I really don't. But you need to wake up, please." She later added, "I don't ever want to see you in court again." Davis, the Baltimore boxing champion, was originally sentenced to 90 days of home detention for his 2020 hit-and-run case, which left 4 people injured, including a pregnant woman. Despite violating his probation by leaving Florida without approval, Handy extended his probation for 18 months and ordered him to make a $1,000 donation to the Community Assistance Network rather than sending him to
people. I listened to everybody to the T. She's mad that I bought a property, that's why I'm sitting.
Baltimore boxing champion Gervonta Davis pleaded guilty in a hit-and-run case, marking the latest chapter in his ongoing legal saga. Davis, who grew up in West Baltimore and holds a professional record of 30-1, recently retained his title after fighting Lamont Roach to a majority draw. He pleaded guilty in 2023 in Baltimore Circuit Court to 4 traffic offenses related to the hit-and-run. The crash occurred around 2 a.m. on November 5, 2020, when Davis ran a red light at the intersection of Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and Washington Boulevard in his 2020 Lamborghini Urus. His vehicle struck a 2004 Toyota Solara before crashing into a fence outside a 7-Eleven.
I shouldn't have. She wanted me to be in an apartment, a one-bed apartment.
He sentenced Gervonta Davis to 90 days of home detention along with 3 years of probation, stating that he had shown a consistent pattern of disobeying the law. He was initially required to serve his home detention at the residence of his longtime coach and trainer, Calvin Ford. However, Handy later revoked his home detention after discovering that Davis had been serving his sentence at a Four Seasons hotel and a $3.4 million penthouse condo in Locust Point instead. In a now-deleted Instagram Live, Davis criticized Handy, calling her crazy and claiming that she locked him up simply because he bought a property.
You know what I mean? Take that. You know what I mean? She wanted me to stay in a one-bed apartment and have my kids and nothing to come visit me and things like that. I just want to spread light on this situation.
Gervonta Davis spent more than 6 weeks in jail, and during Wednesday's hearing, both of his probation agents recommended additional jail time. His Maryland probation agent, Kia Yanzi, stated that she often had to contact members of his team or his attorney just to reach him. Judge Handy expressed frustration, stating, "He's a grown man, I don't understand." Assistant State's Attorney David Owens, chief of the Misdemeanor Jury Trial Unit, mentioned that he discussed the case with Baltimore State's Attorney Ivan Bates and proposed a $5,000 fine as a resolution.
Court finds probable cause.
Your Honor, we agreed to a $1,000 bond, no victim contact, if that's acceptable for the court.
Judge Handy questioned Assistant State's Attorney David Owens about why he spoke to State's Attorney Ivan Bates regarding the case. Owens responded that Bates had assigned him to handle it and that he was now requesting a $25,000 fine. When Handy asked for clarification, Owens simply replied, "Yes." Davis's attorney, Hunter Pugh, then urged the judge to spare his client from additional jail time, arguing that Davis had fulfilled all special probation requirements and had given back to the community in multiple ways.
Bond, no contact. Have a good day.
Happy holidays, Judge. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Davis's attorney, Hunter Pugh, described the situation as a regrettable decision but insisted that it was not done with any illegal intent. He explained that Davis had been training, and Davis himself apologized for his actions, reiterating that he was focused on his preparation. However, Judge Handy pointed out that Davis was seen in a restaurant with a group of people, and it was his Maryland probation agent who happened to spot him. "You weren't training," Handy stated. "You were out celebrating." Davis clarified that he had been training in Washington, D.C., but had gone to Baltimore for dinner. After 2 separate discussions at the bench, Handy ultimately handed down the sentence.
Heavy. These are dick eaters. And I'm selling all my shit too.
Candy remarked that the only reason she would want to see Gervonta "Tank" Davis back in her courtroom is if he pursued law school and became an attorney. Meanwhile, Davis's habit of slow starts in fights nearly cost him on Saturday night. His WBA lightweight title defense against Lamont Roach Jr. ended in a majority draw, leaving a stunned, sold-out crowd of 19,250 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. While Davis retained his championship, it was a fight he would likely prefer to move on from quickly. Two judges scored the fight 114-114, while the third judge had it 115-113 in Davis's favor. ESPN also scored the bout 114-114. "Lamont is a great fighter," Davis said afterward. "He's got skills, like I said before. He's got punching power. It was a lesson. Hopefully, we can run it back." One of the most bizarre moments of the fight came in the 9th round when Davis unexpectedly took a knee after being touched by a jab. However, referee Steve Willis chose not to score it as a knockdown for Roach. Davis later claimed he went down because grease from his hair got into his eye. With no penalty given, the fight continued, but had the knockdown been counted, it could have shifted the result in Roach's favor.
But, I went back and I watched it, and shit, Tank lost that fight, period. And that's even without the knockdown, he lost.
Knockdown been called, Roach could have won the 9th round with a 10-8 score. Instead, two judges scored the round 10-9 in favor of Davis. "I just got my hair done 2 days ago, and she put grease in my hair," Davis explained. "When I was sweating and things like that, it burned my eyes." Roach didn't disagree with Davis's reasoning but insisted that the rules should have been followed. "If you take a knee and the ref starts counting, it should be a knockdown," Roach said. "If that's a knockdown, I win the fight. I'm not banking on that to win, but I thought I did enough to pull it out."
Yeah, just didn't do enough work. I thought that Roach's game plan was
Fight as a massive favorite and was expected by many to secure his 29th career knockout by stopping Roach, who was making his lightweight debut in front of a pro-Davis crowd. However, Tank was unable to deliver the highlight reel finish that fans have come to expect from the Baltimore native. Instead, Roach stood his ground, absorbed Davis's power shots, and fired back with punches that not only caught Davis off guard but also stunned those in attendance. The notoriously patient Davis started slow, waiting for Roach to make a mistake he could exploit, but the opportunity never came as Roach remained composed and competitive throughout the fight. Roach refused to give Davis the opening to counter and take control of the fight. Early on, Davis smiled and exchanged words with Roach, seemingly confident, but as the rounds went on, he had to get serious once he realized his opponent wouldn't fold under the bright lights. Roach Jr., 29, had previously faced Davis in the amateurs and come up short, but this time, he proved he belonged on the biggest stage.
Alright, G. I feel like Lamont Roach won. I definitely feel like Lamont Roach won. But a draw, it is what it is type shit,
Careers took different paths once they turned professional, with Davis rising to become one of boxing's biggest stars while Roach built a reputation as a solid fighter who previously fell short in his only other world title shot, a loss to Jamal Herring for the WBO Super Featherweight Championship in 2019. Davis cemented his superstardom with a knockout victory over Ryan Garcia in 2023, a win that solidified his claim as the face of boxing. However, his latest performance nearly cost him that status. Perhaps their shared history gave Davis a false sense of confidence heading into the fight, but Roach was fully prepared for everything Tank had to offer, including his devastating knockout power. Davis's confident smile had faded as he realized that securing a knockout wouldn't be easy. The champion began increasing his output, looking to create openings, but Roach held his ground and responded with counters and combinations. Davis focused almost exclusively on attacking the body, banging away as Roach remained aggressive, pushing forward undeterred. Whenever Davis's offensive burst stalled, Roach would sneak in well-timed counters. In round 8, Roach stunned Davis with a sharp counter right hand, though Davis was never in serious danger. However, the moment forced him to fight cautiously rather than recklessly. I feel like I was breaking him down as the rounds were going on, but he kept coming, so I didn't want to make any mistakes, Davis admitted. Sensing the fight was slipping away, Davis pressed the action in the championship rounds. While he landed several big power shots, he never seriously hurt Roach, though his increased activity was enough to win him the final 2 rounds on all 3 judges' scorecards, salvaging a draw and keeping his title. Davis landed 103 of 279 punches in an extremely measured approach, while Roach was more active, connecting on 112 of 400 punches. Just a little disappointed in the decision, Roach said. I thought I pulled it out, but that's what 2 skilled fighters do. I definitely thought I won, but we could run it back. Even though I didn't win tonight, I thought I did, but it's a win for me in my book. We are not satisfied with that. We need a real W. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on quality content like this. Until next time, peace out.